Okay, so 1882, good luck. We've not played before, there's no head-to-head score there. 177 games for opponent. What do you want to do? I'll play c4. Probably g3, I could go b3. Oh, he's gone there, yeah. I might keep that idea in mind, but let's just see. Now, how do we want to do this? I'm going to go e3 initially with an idea to push, but I might develop here as well, but should I? No, I'm going to launch in the middle straight away. Potential to just push on. He comes forward. So we want to break that pin, so how do we do it? I could just actually hit the bishop. Don't think I should though. Knight back might be a move. Queen up might be a move. Queen up here might be a move. Here. Knight down, just go up again. Here to hit the pawn. Knight down and he hits the queen and pawn. How do I want to do this? I just want to break this pin in case I push in a move like knight down. I'm going to go here. He has got a potential to take. So if he takes, I'm going to take with the knight, I think. If he takes here first, I take. If he takes, I'll probably take the knight. Let's just see if I'm making a mistake. If I am, at least it's early in the game. Played queen up looking for a trade. So I'm just looking at pushing forward. I don't particularly want to trade the queen. It's probably fine though. Maybe I just take a pawn. I'm going to actually trade. I'm probably going to push, but I'm not sure. It feels like a sensible move to me. It restricts my bishop though, so he just takes. Okay. So I could go here now and guard my pawn temporarily at least, hit the knight, maybe go forward. Again, try and build a chain if I can do, but my knight's obviously going to be vulnerable. Get the cursor off the board there. Oh, that gives me a chance to aim at his pawn. Okay. Aim at the d6 pawn. I could take and drag the pawn across. He'll get a center with an open file, but I'm also just considering launching f4 here. This might become a bit weak though. Otherwise I can push a pawn here potentially. It might be right to take with a view to maybe a move like knight forward and then jumping in. That feels instinctively right to me, so I'm going to do it, and I'm going to go here and hit the knight. Sorry, knight hit the pawn with a view to coming here. Oh, and he's played quickly, so it's a possibility. Obviously, he can counter and take here. Take, but I've got knight in, hit the rook. Potentially take, but is my knight then simply trapped? I think I can take here. Knight in, say rook across, take, say across, take, knight takes. And my knight's got a square, right? He's going to come here though, but that's what I'm looking at. Knight there. He might actually sack an exchange and grab the pawn. I'm going to do it though. I'm going to hit the rook and pawn. Could backfire this, but obviously I'm burning a lot of time on the clock. Don't want to burn too much. But he could take the c pawn and give up the exchange and get a load of pawns there. Okay, so he has gone across, so I'm going to take the pawn and hit the rook. I expect he'll go across again. I think I can take and maybe just drop back here. I could potentially just drop back straight away, but then he can take here, right? So I'm going to take and drop back. And then I'm going to take with a g-pawn so I don't lose my bishop. So he's gone with the knight. So my knight actually could potentially go here as well. And then come back to its natural square here. Here, knight takes, pawn takes, and I'm vulnerable, but it's probably playable. But the g-pawn, and I get a decent centre. So I'm going to go with the g-pawn, get tempo on the knight, and hope I've got a decent centre should he trade. Obviously, I need to get my bishop moved somewhere and connect the rook's complete development. So how do I do that unless I just sack this pawn? Obviously, if I move, he's going to have this. I could maybe spend a move and come across, I guess. I've got bishop here or bishop here. Actually, maybe bishop here looks okay. This I don't think it quite is a move. I really want to move this though, but I don't quite see how yet. So I'm going to get the bishop off this file, just pressure the knight, pressure the pawn indirectly. But I'd probably need rook across, up and bishop up, something like that. Yeah, he's moved there. So I'm going across with a view to pushing the pawn and developing the bishop, or even coming directly this way now. So now if I go here, or here, if he takes, just rook across. If he takes, I take. If he goes back, I take, and he's tripled. That feels playable. So bishop up, take, rook across, knight back, take, take. And what do I do with this? Just pop it on a light square. He's got an awful lot of pawns there, hasn't he? What if I just push here? Here. So this pawn, knight down. Here, he can just take. But I guess I could just drop the bishop back. Feels riskier. I'm going to go here. I'll probably push the pawn, but I'll actually maybe rook across. If I push the pawn, then his bishop controls the corner. So here, here, probably knight back, take, take. Then maybe fly the rook forward, but this is really dangerous if I lose this. Oh, he has taken, but now hasn't he blundered actually? Just looking on reflection. He just blundered the piece. I nearly missed that. Good job I took my time there. And now I can just come here, get the bishop off the board. It should be relatively straightforward now. So we can collect a pawn. We lose this one. But I could just plant the pawn. I can guard it first. And now he's offering a draw. So take, he takes here. Rook behind is what I'm looking at to guard this. We still attack here. If he goes here, then maybe just here. I could go here as well. I'm going here. I'd like the pawn here, but I want the bishop outside first, so I can do pawn here, then maybe guard it and plant the bishop in the middle. Yeah, he's come forward, okay. So now I think we just play rook up. We double attack the pawn, he can't just defend it. So he's played rook across, but I'm very happy just to take either way here. Check, trade, trade, king up. Must be winning. So I'm going to go with the bishop. So I just would be sensible here. I'm very happy just to trade this. So let's just take and bishop up. This has to be winning, barring some calamitous blunders, but of course they do happen. Or mouse slips, get the cursor off the board. Okay, resign, so we get a win. Excellent.